sent you know, two I sent in one email. First part is pre and the second part is post. First part is post. It will go over. Great learning. But yesterday should have been
at TNOU.ac.in. CMPR@TNOU.ac.in.
I do one way. I'm the road one black. Guna or your mom, Guna, no, Nana. Sold it, put it on phone.
yes, ma'am. Because we have not been able to make the people normally we will be print. There is no other way. So you print both together. Below that is the second one. The second one we can do maybe some page adjustment is together.
This is the question.
Yes, you want to start the presentation?
இல்ல மேம் ஸ்டார்டிங் அதான் வந்திருக்கு மேம் அவங்க தான் இருக்கு
மெயில் ஐடி பாருங்க சார் மெயில் ஐடி
Yes, anyone. Most welcome.
ஆகாஷ் சொன்னீங்க கூட அவங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க
Yes.
Yes, sir. So I thank to opportunity I'm here, sir. I'm taking this class. So good afternoon, all of you, sir. So now I start that as much as possible I prepared this some of the course curriculum on here as per the SAR guidance. Thank you for your guidance. So this is only applicable for the PG courses. So I given the title name is the Big Data and Geography. So artificial here I mentioned that the ArcGIS mode. So I think this one. So this is an open ODL model. It is mostly focused on the program type skill enhancement or the interdisciplinary. So any discipline can take on these courses opportunities. Then the learning objectives. So I'll give that the 8 different learning objectives of this when studying of these courses. So first is the understanding the big data concept. So big data is nothing but this legacy data of the historical data, how to deal with the present context. So how to learn from this current context people. Here this is the first objective of this big data, legacy data and data analytics. These are the explained of these first objectives and introduce that the artificial intelligence related to the spatial data execution. So these are the application nodes. So The geography is applied in the various fields in the environmental or social or anywhere else. So that how it is a data will applicable to the society or as well as the different disciplines. So in the development skills in spatial data handling. Here is some of the techniques we have to give some practical mode of this open source techniques. So taking that some GPS and the Internet of Things and other open data portals is some Tiger data and GS data is open source available, and QGS, quantum GIS is also there. Some practical experience in the over the ODL method. And apply AI driven techniques are adopted to machine learning for the spatial pattern recognition. So see here finally the data will analytics after the derived data is converted, sir. So primary data, secondary data, and the consuming data afterwards give the derived data will arrive after the analysis of the data. So here we'll using that some coding methodologies or programming or Python modes. So some basics information should add on this courses. Then they integrated the big data, GIS, and the AI real world application, the urban planning, disaster management, environment, the climate change studies. See that so recent we have to face a lot of extreme situations in the urban flooding. So we have to conduct the rainfall based. So 10 centimeter rainfall, how much area is inundated over the some specific area. So these are the some modeling how to develop in the flood modeling. So these are the given of this existing data, the available data, and the real-time data. These are used on here, and the interpret and visualization are the complex spatial data. Here the interpretations are different from the experts, so that we have to keenly watch that the real interpretation is required for this data analytics. This is the visualize this 3D or 2D modeling based. Visualize that the how much area in the data like. So one line taking there is a disaster management. See that. So promote the self-learning digital competency in the ODL environments. Availability of the local context will explain that part. So they prepare the learners of the employment, the research and the entrepreneurship, the spatial data in the data-driven modes. This is my objectives are framed from this. I'm taking some open source in the ChatGPT also help to making this terminology. Okay. So then go to the knowledge in that. So I already explained the successful completion of the courses, the large spatial data will be developed. So, geospatial data set will develop technical skills. So handling the geospatial data is used in the different environment. That is also being trained on this courses. Then go to the professional employment skills and the reports and the dashboards and the report, technical report and the scientific report, and some what is that management policy decision making of this part. So then go to the tablet of the employability mapping and the outcomes. Suppose one people has to very interesting on this big data handling, the ability to manage the large spatial data sets. See that here the size of the file. So some huge data, so suppose we take that the drone image in more than the 2 GB in one image, 2 GB. So that how to handle the data. Some compressed data or some compressed or any. So this detail is given on this unit based. So see that the Geo, AI and the ML machine language give the AI assisted spatial analysis competence. So it is a specific analysis we have taken over this choice list. So GIS integration, so some open data. So we collected the field data is converted to the GIS platform. So GIS data is converted in the AutoCAD maps. So these are all the given the data of interoperability as to given on this class. Analytical thinking. So all the data is available, but which one is the very specific to inducing the some other issues? We have to explain through this data analysis. For example, the 100 years rainfall may repeated period is come across some specific location. We have to keenly watch that type of the data will identity. This is the hotspot area or else we have to take over this. Digital skill, professional skills also is given. So job name. So yesterday I told you that some people are gathering from the TCS. So this is an Geo AI analyst for in the urban data analytics, urban modeling and urban flood modeling. So just big data analytics. So these people are very essential to the image is converted to data. So historical maps. So this making some of the watershed or river courses and Saraswati rivers are given in the literacy or some epics. We have to get some traditional knowledge is converted into the geodata bank. So this is way, this is a big data analyst. So urban and regional planning assistant. So most of the people as to the Amrut program is also is available. My student also worked on this GS expert in this demarcating the urban planning, it's master plans here and the state. So this also risk analytics assistance. So one specific is very vulnerable to the local corners. We have to take over this is the risk analysis and the hotspot assessment. Then the environmental data is also that some forest fire, wildfire, have to extend the damage assessment. This may happen. The remote sensing satellite images to interpret and how to download in the open sources where it is available and the data conversion is. This also is given on the research assistant. It's a young users may take over this different smart city project and mega street project. It may be applicable on these people, sir. But these all posters in the short-term based. So these people as expertise in other words, we take another one, jump into the other posting. Sir. This is the way of the present context of this GAS. This way, sir. So again, go to the some module based and here outcomes. Course outcomes I give the some of the I already told that these are the concepts they arrived with. I'm integrated with the traditional geography also incorporated with the AI technology and the artificial intelligence. That's why you need because concept is one, science is same, but the technology will be different. That's why I insist on this all the papers. Here I go to the black base detail. This applied geography and the employability is in different 10 numbers. These are all the core idea. So it may extend it up the unit wise. Exactly the minimum unit is a 5 to 7. It's a cover under one single class. Then the geospatial technology is implemented would be given at the 15 hours. So these data types, spatial data, raster, vector, or else everything has to be given on this, detailed explained on this courses. And the spatial data analysis, interpretation. This is somewhat the specialization you need. So the previous geography or science based how to analyze the data. Suppose cyclone tracking is over there. You say when it is landfall, where it is landfall, what's the tracking, what's the speed, everything has to based on the existing image and interpretation is required. So these are the finally report writing techniques. So objectives and methodology and expecting outcomes and what kind of techniques we start after on this. Simple report may come to 5 to 7 pages etc. We'll give the some separate training for this report writing. So then go to the specific area where there's a disaster management, environmental applications, vulnerability assessment in a landslide or flood or anything, how to apply on the multi-hazard based. So HVR analysis, hazard vulnerable and the risk assessment also used to some of the weighted methodologies. So the field work, again go to the existing site, we have to conduct the field assessment. This data will convert, the field information is converted to data. Data is converted to the analytics and again so finally give the derived data. So that's why we given that some separate thematic analysis. So specific, some cyclone or flood or landslide, anything. So this is an application. Teaching learning method, I will give so 3 types of techniques will adopted from this classroom: the descriptive and the prescriptive and the prescriptive and finally there's analytics methods. So my objective is that the understanding the chapter. That's all. So this is the value of this evaluation. So 4 credits paper, 40 is the internal assessment through this assignment or anything. So then the field work it is taking the mini project in short time, or 1 or 3 days it's enough. And the theory and practical comments finally get the 100 marks is maximum. And the skill development, employability, Just mapping its a competency, skills, different skills often each after completion of the courses, we take the job self-employment also is readily available because drone survey is a modern techniques. So suppose to be purchased one drone, have to analyze this entire regions in a spatial pattern. Then the career opportunity, this is yesterday I told you the geodata executives, geospatial data executives, a 3D formatter. So this is placement is there, the TCS or Accenture is available, but the area is specific, but employment is a very narrow one. So 1 or 5,000 initial, based on the expertise, they will available, sir. So then the another one is that the crime analysis also is included. I am not skipped on this part. Crime analysis, hotspot and some also is there. This is my objectives to add on this courses. Suppose any clarification, just discuss on this part. So already I prepared that this some syllabus detail and I submitted at the BOAs in the last 3 months before in detail process.
This was already done.
And done. This are waiting for approvals.
Who else was there in the group?
And madam, and it's a science groups.
Anything you want to add?
Actually, I have prepared a separate topic in zoology, sir.
Okay.
It's not under geography.
Okay.
I have prepared for zoology.
Okay.
But
So you will be presenting that also?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Who else was there?
Yes. Sir, when sir was discussing about this, as he mentioned, it was actually earlier he made it actually.
Okay.
I somewhere given
Some suggestion. Okay, good. In this?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So anyone who was not in this group, any comments on this? Others?
Other discipline or the department
Yeah,
may also
others
because something has to be missing that you added on this syllabus.
Yeah. Anything on the methodology, on the content, usefulness, any suggestion, any thoughts from anyone?
This course is available in UGC.
No. Still, but the program structure is allowed, but the course is not available at this. Yeah, yes, AA in geography. Here only. TNOU is newly initiated this course.
Nowhere else till now no university is giving such kind of programs.
Because why I am preparing this much of knowledge shared with you now, this is not an academic skills. I am taking some opportunity in the state disaster management authority. More than the 7 years, I attended more than the 5 disasters in Tamil Nadu. So 2015 flood and the Varda cyclone, what happened on the real-time situation, what the victims have to face the risk. Everything has added on in the geographical based. Nobody can know that I am introducing the state government is the alert mechanism, risk alert mechanism, the red orange alert. It is introducing myself, my effort to submit it to the state government. It's a globally success story in our state. That is along with our CS, Varda cyclone, together with midnight, we prepare the, so risk communication is essential to the community so that we make some strategical plan. Red is indicating the more than the 22 centimeter rainfall occur over some particular packet. This is called as a red alert. So 19.25 to 22.5 it is orange alerts. So introducing in our state, sir. It's a success story. Disaster scorecard will scorecard is the second prize winning in our state success story. And after the 2015 flood, I worked in the secretariat during that period. So, this is my personal success in the society. But different experience, drought assessment, everything as a depart. I learned some course learned from this IADM, sir, and idea, sorry, there are courses, sir. I take 3 more classes in the IAS Academy in Missouri regarding the disaster. 2015 flood is a unknown factor or a known factor. There the big question is raised. I discussed on that part. This is a natural, it's a unknown factor because of that. During the 3 days, 3000% is above the normal rainfall. That's also CM has to mention that the 3 மாதம் பெய்ய வேண்டிய மழை ஒரு நாளில் 3 நாளில் பெய்ததுன்னு சொன்ன வார்த்தை I'll give the some clue on that part during the situation. Okay, these are some answers.
Great, thank you. Yes, please. Who is interested in coming the next? Yes, yes. Don't worry, anything was pending. Please go ahead. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please be attention.
Recently, the Election Commission of India struggled to find the best workers or employers to conduct SIR. You may all aware about the Special Intense Revision. With this context, India is the world's most complex and largest democracy. Okay, without any doubt, we all know. Okay, India is the most largest and complex democracy. The process of election is crucial. The election is frequent. The election is stability force in society. But still, we are struggled to find best workers, the election workers, election employees. Made a lot of mistakes during the election process of Bharat. Due to the lack of availability in the behalf of due to the skill gap, in behalf of School of Politics and Public Administration, I introduced election management and regional political strategies, like a professional part of curriculum, election management and regional political strategist. The title paper in our MA Political Science course to improve and increase the chance of skilled employability among the students, those who are integrated in the field of political science. I also urge Election Commission of India to offer employability and funding support to those who are politically studied political science with the management papers. I am sure this creative and problem-solving approach to societal-related problem-solving approach, academic field definitely give the job opportunity in the election process. That's all, sir. My curriculum part is fully talk about the election process, sir. Okay, to make skills towards creating skill-oriented or எப்படி சொல்றேன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா election process வந்து students மத்தியில கொண்டு போறது சார். Improve the election process ability வந்து skill வந்து among the political students கொண்டு போயிட்டு the election commission should avail those students. ஓகேங்களா சார், அவங்க வந்து பயன்படுத்தி they must conduct the election. அப்படிங்கிறதா சார் curricular prime objective. The first objective பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா from political theory to political operations. From political theory to the political operation. The second one, skilled obtain the election toolkits. Okay, so still பாத்தீங்கன்னா the election process பாத்தீங்கன்னா நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து ஒரு unknown skill ஒரு எப்படி சொல்றது, ஒரு அவங்க எலெக்ஷன் எப்படி கண்டக்ட் பண்றதுன்னு தெரியல, அவங்க எந்த மாதிரிலாம் வந்து அந்த பேப்பர்ஸை கொண்டு போயிட்டு மக்கள் மத்தியில ஃபில் அப் பண்ணணும்னு தெரியல, நிறைய இஷ்யூஸ் வந்து ஃபேஸ் பண்றாங்க. ஸோ அதை ஃபேஸ் பண்றதுக்கு வந்து நம்ம டியூரிங் அவர் எக்கனாமிக் ஃபீல்ட்லேயே பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா நம்ம வந்து டீச் பண்றோம். இந்த மாதிரி வந்து அவங்களுக்கு எந்தெந்த மாதிரிலாம் அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் நீங்கள் பயன்படுத்தும் போது ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு அந்த ரெடியூஸ் அந்த எப்படி சொல்கிறேன் அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்தை குறைக்கிறோம், ரெடியூஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம். ஓகேங்களா, த்ரூ த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஓரியன்டட் டெக்னிக்கல் அண்ட் கம்ப்ளீஷன் ஸ்கில்ஸ், த ஹார்ட் ஸ்கில், ஓகே, ஆப்ரேஷனல் அண்ட் லாஜிஸ்டிக் ஸ்கில்ஸ் எப்படி கொண்டு போகிறோம் அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் பற்றி பொலிட்டிக்கல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கொண்டு போகிறோம். த ஃபோர்த் ஒன், த ஸ்ட்ராட்டஜிக் ஸ்கில்ஸ் அண்ட் த ரீஜனல் அடாப்ஷன்ஸ். ஓகேங்களா, டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் ஜியோகிராஃபிக்கல் லொகேஷன்ஸ், டிஃப்ரெண்ட் டைப் ஆஃப் approaches. Okay, for example, for Tamil Nadu is fully language oriented politics. If we know the Kerala is fully communist oriented political parties. So the election process எப்படிங்கன்னா different regions different type of approach பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லி நான் சொல்றேன். அந்த strategic skills and regional adoptions must be included in the curriculum of our textbooks. And job employability and career pathways வந்து from government support, from the government support Election Commission of India we must offer Election Commission of India வந்து politics science படிச்சவங்களுக்கு politics science படிச்சிட்டு இருக்க ஸ்டூடண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து இந்த மாதிரி the election management skill படிச்ச பசங்களுக்கு வந்து during the election period அப்ப சப்போர்ட் பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான் என்னுடைய ஸ்கில்லாக இருக்குது. ஏன்னா இப்போ ரீசெண்டாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் அவர் ஒர்க்ஸ் வந்து டன் பை த லோக்கல் குடும்பத்தில் நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன் அதை பற்றி நிறையா இந்த பிளாக் போர்டில். பட் பில்டிங் த தியரி, பில்டிங் த கரிக்குலம் இஸ் பிக் டாஸ்க். ஓகேவா, நம்ம சிம்பிளாக வந்து எடுத்து போட்டு பண்ண முடியாது. Like we need to study lots, we need to get more ideas from the experts, panels. So I'm stopped only 2 blocks only I now created, but still I am ready to develop further. Okay, sir. This is my paper, sir. This is my approach. This is of the professional part of my political science. My ideas need to introduce. I want to teach the students like in this. In the perspective of election management, they need to improve the election skills, election ideas among the students. That is the objective of this course. And also as the Election Commission of India to offer, to give employment opportunities to those political science students who are studying election management courses. One of the paper in political science. Sorry, some election English fluency some issues on the ground.
That is not a problem.
Sorry, sir.
No, you don't have to feel sorry at all. Anybody else was in the same group? Anything you want to add? Anything else?
Now I created 2 blocks, but after the lot of experts' ideas, after my seniors' ideas, we will completed all of this. They can include the employability.
About the form, you are telling here about the form, how to fill the form or like that, or in the election process.
The entire election process. Okay, that is entire election process. Okay, not only the about the form, not only the merely checking the details. Okay, the entire election process from the date of the declare of the date of the election to result declaration. So
like a seasonal.
The election. Election is a frequent. Okay, but the most of skilled workers in the party society is lagging. Okay, we through the academic, through our research oriented, through our teaching, we are going to build a employment force for purpose of election management in the world's largest democracy, the world's largest big democracy, complex democracy. Concept. So now I request the Election Commission of India to offer, yes ma'am, thank you ma'am, to offer job opportunities to students who study MBA Political Science with this course ma'am. The paper இருக்கிறவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஆஃபர் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது. இன்னொரு ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் ஒரு ப்ரைசஸான ஒரு ஃபீஸிபிலிட்டியான ஒரு எலெக்ஷன் நம்மளே கண்டக்ட் பண்ண முடியும். ஓகேங்களா, we still struggle பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். ஏன்னா ப்ராப்பரான ஒரு அடாப்ஷன்ஸ்
after the completion of course
இல்ல என்டையர் தி ப்ராசஸ்
student
இல்ல during the course study தான் அந்த நான் வந்து இந்த பேப்பர் வந்து இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணான்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பொலிட்டிக்கல் சோசியாலஜி ஒரு பேப்பர் இருக்கு மேம். during nowadays we are following one of the curriculum political sociology வந்து தூக்கி sociology தூக்கிட்டு I am planning to include the election management and regional political strategy in the professional part of the உள்ள கொண்டு வந்து என்னுடைய ஒரு ஆசை. But that's why I propose the
Any question from anyone?
One thing I added in your point.
Yes sir, please.
So see, some of election operational structure should be added on the topic.
Yes sir.
So this week.
Yes sir. The curriculum structure is also.
If the act is okay.
Planning to.
Act is given the people act is 51 is right, but
yes,
we give the some assignments of the which article group.
Yes sir. Yes sir. During the teaching period, I will definitely use it. Because it's only now or episode or prototype da sir, model da. But after the implementation, we will do everything sir. We will do
Operational mechanism.
Yes sir. Sure, definitely sir. This is the purpose of my sir.
Anybody else? Any questions? Any suggestions? Any thoughts? Nothing.
Suggestions, ideas are invited.
Yeah. So if nobody has any question, then I
any
have.
practical questions?
Yes ma'am, this is some new ideas are on this
have
much.
you incorporated in practical
sessions considered.
No ma'am, but basically political science students also have the intention.
Okay.
They can go anywhere.
Okay.
They can go human rights, state human rights, or DGP office, or they are any political party or regional or MP, MLA or house, all office they have my internship. At the same way, they can also go election commission of India, state election commission of India. அங்கே போய் அவங்க இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் பண்ணிக்கலாம் அப்படிங்கிறது நம்ம சொல்லும்போது ஏன்னா இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் எல்லாம் பண்ணுவாங்க அதுதான்.
Political administrative boundary mapping.
Okay, sure. Sure sir, sure. Yes, அது இருக்கு சார் உள்ள. நான் அதே வேலை பண்ணுங்க சார். Budgeting create a campaign, legal spending of limits, MLAs, MP selection. Okay, வாங்க.
But mapping is.
Sure sir.
So nowadays there is.
Sir, it's not fully completed. Okay, now 2 minutes மட்டும் complete பண்ணிருக்கேன். But still the work is large sir. இன்னும் நிறைய இருக்கு. But so after I completing this, I will propose to our HOD, Dr. R. M. sir, to inculcate this subject into the curriculum.
Very good. So, is there...
This workshop and your ideas made me so think like that, sir. Okay, professional societal oriented or properly solve பண்றதுங்கிறதுக்கு we make the induce that this platform is help us to induce like tough thoughts. Like,
is there a job available already for the people who learn all this, or we are only hoping that in future some job?
In future, I am only hoping in future, sir. Need to create it. But I don't know what the type of criteria the election commission of India now following to conduct election in society. But in future, I hope, sir, this will help the students and it will help the election commission of India to conduct a proper election without any disruption. Sir?
Yes, please go ahead, sir.
One observation, because for us, we can able to connect to this, for them, it's the election commission, as you said, election commission of India, state election commission, it's so rigid to connect with them, especially for practical training purposes. But there are private election, some consultancy used to work for this election prediction and all, some company, the IPAC and all. Students may join to those consultancies where these things, those people can have practical access connecting with the.
Sure, I think there is definitely a scope what you are saying. Is there any possibility of connecting these people at the panchayat level? Because if you go at the political party level, things are very different. And election commission is supposed to work independent of the political parties, at least on papers. So aligning those two will again have some policy level challenges. So at panchayat level, if these people can add some value, perhaps their acceptance will be more.
That's why sir, suggesting the election commission of India to take the students to employ those students who studied election management in the course. So that's
one is our wish. Your wish, our wish, all of us saying something, requesting something to election commission.
Yes, in the context of political science, we are trying to create the more job opportunities. That's why, sir. Because we are not the technical course, we are not about the commerce course.
I understand. See, if we are only hoping that we make a request to the election commission and they will accept our request and then only the jobs will be created, it will be a long drawn thing. And the student who is doing this course now will say, we don't know whether the request will be accepted or not, or I will still remain unemployed. This question will come, right?
And also, the Election Commission of India, they don't directly take any students to particular job. They use the government employees for the jobs.
Any election which is conducted, even for the upcoming elections, here also in the university they are asking the non-teachers.
Yeah, they will take all the government.
They are not even adopting the students.
They are not.
As an intern during the election process.
I understand. Yeah.
That is the
They only want to make use of the available government machinery. So while the concept,
government staff on the election students
after the commission course, most of the people in the low level they don't know how to be and the booth level and the booth level எந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்ட்ரகிளை ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பூத் லெவல் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் வந்து எந்த அளவுக்கு ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஸ்ட்ரகிள் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ஸோ அந்த இடத்துல நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து முடிச்சவங்க ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி இல்லாதவங்க ஊரில் இருக்கும்போது என்ன பண்ணோம்னா அவங்களுக்கு அந்த ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கொடுக்கலாம் அப்படிங்க. படிச்சு முடிச்சோம் சார்.
பட் அவங்கள வந்து இந்த வேலைக்கு எம்ப்ளாய் பண்ணுறது இந்த எலெக்ஷன் கமிஷன் அவங்க இல்லை ஸ்டேட் எலெக்ஷன் கமிஷன் தான் அவங்கள எம்ப்ளாய் பண்ணணும். அவனா போய் தனியாக போய் கேண்டிடேட் மக்கள்கிட்ட போய்
That's why sir we are requesting the election commission.
ரெக்வஸ்டிங் அதான் அவர் சொல்கிறாரு.
That's why
அது நடைமுறை ஆகும்.
sir sure sir we will do it.
Professor, I will say number one.
Yes sir.
From the standard curriculum, what is already there of this your subject, political.
Political science. Political science.
Political science. I think this is definitely a step forward.
Yes sir.
This is
Sure.
definitely going towards skill development, towards
Yes sir.
employability.
Yes sir.
The only doubt is that if it is only the success of this is based on only the acceptance of our suggestion by the election commission.
I hope sir strongly.
Then the students who are taking this will be thinking that while I am studying this, and if they don't accept this request, where will I get a job? So because they are studying it for employability.
Yes sir. Our foremost objective to increase the chance of employability. We are not sure. We are not going to sure that this 10% going to get the
This
job.
is definitely a positive step in the right direction. But whether this is enough for making them employable is something which you may have to think. Since you have only developed a few blocks, some more are to be developed.
Yes sir.
You can think of whether we can include some more topics in those blocks,
Yes sir.
which
Sure.
can bring closer to the current employability possibilities.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Because the political science na okay they know where go jobs sir. So okay sir I will do it. Okay sir I will do it.
But very good step forward. I think honestly I had not thought that you will be touching the election management part, which is very important topic. So very good. Yes, next lady or gentleman. Commonwealth focuses a lot on gender diversity. They keep telling us more and more women should come forward. So only 2 males have presented. Now the third should be a woman.
Social science.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Afternoon, madam.
This course is based on the genetic employability skills we discussed this morning. The employability skills are already identified by COL and other experts. And the course is professional development. It's a 4-credit course. The course objectives, each objective is based on the block. We have 5 blocks as per TNOU norms for SNFs. We have 5 blocks, and under 5 blocks we have 3 or 4 units. And based on this 5 blocks, we have given this objectives. The objectives are to develop self-awareness, mastery over essential verbal, non-verbal, and applied interpersonal skills necessary for professional settings. The second objective is to establish foundational digital competence. So we were discussing about these employability skills this morning. Enabling students to navigate essential network infrastructure, utilize online office tools effectively, and we introduce the concepts of big data to the students and the application of basic tools and techniques for data processing and analysis. And then to cultivate a strong ethical foundation and to enable students to recognize ethical dilemmas, adhere to professional standards, and also to make them understand the strategic importance of corporate social responsibility. So CSR is very, very essential for social work professionals. So we have incorporated this thing. And my friends from other departments, criminology, history, and other departments, they have done the 5th block with it. To understand the strategic importance of corporate social responsibility and sustainability, project management, and writing the reports with adherence to global reporting standards. Okay. So in the block 1, we have 3 units. The first unit is communication and self. this is to make the students learn about themselves, to reflect upon themselves, know about their strengths and weaknesses, and then to develop themselves, personality development, self-awareness, self-concept, self-esteem, perception. These are all activity-based. We have to bring out some activities to improve their perception, attitude, motivation, and emotional intelligence like that. And we have communication skills in the second unit for language use, eliminating barriers for using for effective communication. There are barriers like linguistic barriers, cultural barriers, semantic barriers. So how to eliminate those barriers in the professional setting, and also active listening, which is very much essential for communication, and giving and receiving feedbacks in the second unit. And the third unit is about applied interpersonal skills. This is interpersonal, how to build interpersonal relationships, rapport building, teamwork, how to work in teams, empathy, difficult conversation. So how to plan and conduct difficult conversation during conflict, for conflict management and all, during problem solving situations like that. And in the block 2 we have this digital literacy. So the unit 1 is about fundamentals of digital literacy, to understand the network infrastructure, web browsing, and online office tools like Google Workplace and Microsoft 365, how to use those tools for office setting, and professional etiquette, like etiquettes, organizing messages, scheduling meetings, and all. And for block 3 we have data analytics. In this we have the fundamentals of big data and how to use MS Excel and introduction to AI also to use in office settings. And then the third unit is SQL. Of course, for big data analytics we need SQL. And for block 4 we have this social responsibility and professional ethics, and individuals must have this social responsibility, sense of social responsibility and ethics. So to develop those things, we have this ethical dilemma, virtue ethics, core professional honesty, integrity, competence, how to develop, how to have those competencies, and professional codes in every workplace, professional codes and ethics and fairness, how to apply those things in the professional setting. And in the block 5, we have this corporate social responsibility and sustainability. And unit 1 is about the fundamentals of CSR, Carroll's pyramid of CSR, based on which corporate social responsibility is created in every industry. Second one is project management, its planning, execution, budget management and evaluation. And then the third, we have the CSR report writing based on GRI, like Global Reporting Initiative standards, and analysis, impact assessment, aligning companies' CSR initiatives with SDGs and other global and national goals, and drafting the report. And also we have this best practices at international and national levels, so that the students can learn. So these are all the course outcomes based on all the units. So the students can evaluate their own concepts, self-esteem, implement techniques for rapport building and effective teamwork. They can apply professional digital etiquette to emails and virtual communication. And they have the multi-layered concept of CSR, and apply fundamental project management principles. They can also demonstrate proficiency in comprehensive standard CSR reporting, and also they can align company CSR initiatives with global goals like GRI.
Anyone else was in the same group? Yes. Any comments?
So
any
the
addition?
fifth block, each department they have their own content for the fifth block.
Oh.
Domain specific.
These are 4.
No, the first four blocks are common for all the departments,
Right.
and the fifth block, this is specific to social work,
Right.
and for history, sociology and criminology they have.
Yeah. Oh, very good. So any additions, any further comments, anything from your side? Those who are in the same group? Nothing? Very good. From others, those who were not in this group? Anyone else want to add something or suggest something? now? I have a small suggestion, madam. If you can go to the first one, where you start from the communication part.
Yes, sir.
Here. Unit 1 says communication and self. So my understanding is perhaps you are saying there communication with yourself, the first part, or is it with others?
Both ways.
The second one says communication skills.
Yes, sir. This one. Communication and self. This is to understand the self. This is self-awareness.
Self. So
once we understand our weakness, no, we can develop ourselves.
So my small suggestion here will be, because both units are saying communication.
Okay.
If the first one can be about me, and the second one can be about communicating with others, which is already there.
Okay.
So second one, communication skill is clear, no confusion.
Yes, sir.
The first one, if you want to little bit rename, please. If you want to little bit rename it, like, yes, ma'am.
Technically, we as communication expert, we say it is intrapersonal communication.
Interpersonal, intrapersonal.
Intrapersonal is something which we do
Ourselves, for ourselves.
That is what I think.
Okay, so I'm only saying how do we make this clear that we are not overlapping between first and second.
Okay.
For you as an expert, no problem. But for a student who is very new to this, they may have some confusion. What is the difference?
Title of this unit must be
Slightly, if you can make it like the first one is.
Inter and intrapersonal.
Yes, that's all what I think Dr. Chitra is saying. The same thing. You can rename it whatever way you want. Yeah, that was my one comment. And go a little further. Yeah, further down. Maybe further down. Here, when we are saying digital literacy, if you want to consider adding one more unit here on digital skills for social work, then it will become complete. Because here you have done a very good job of bringing digital literacy here. But if you can add a little bit, how can you use the digital skill for your actual work which you are studying as a CSR? Perhaps it can make it more complete. Data analytics is very good, you have already done that. The connect with the industry, you are already having, I think, in your rest of the curriculum you already have, or you want to bring in here something?
So we have fieldwork
so is it well defined? What are they supposed to do there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In the first fieldwork, in the second semester, they will be going with just orientation, just observe the administrative setup, how it functions, everything. And in the third semester, they do casework. Like we have methods of social work with individuals, social work with groups and communities. So they volunteer, they work with the organization, they do casework, group work, community organization, and submit the report along with the remarks of the field supervisor.
So you already have a course on CSR?
No, sir. There is a unit there.
There is one
unit also.
Right. I mean, there is so much, since I have worked 10 years only on this topic, so there are so many things I can talk, but perhaps doesn't make sense at this stage to talk so much. There is so much gaps in the industry. For example, volunteering is one topic companies are struggling with. They don't know how to prepare the volunteers in the company. Thousands and thousands of people in the company's employees want to do volunteering. There is nobody to guide them. There is no curriculum available. Companies don't know how to guide them and support them. CSR doesn't know. Academy also does not have much of it. Think about it later, not necessarily now. The other core topic of us which we are discussing since yesterday, industry-academia collaboration. If you can think of bringing that here as a topic, if possible. Later maybe, I don't know whether if 4 units are already complete, later you can think of. Because industry-academia collaboration also, if you teach to your students, once they go back and start working in the industry, they will not forget about academia. They will know that academia can still add value. That's a huge potential. Yeah? And the star product of CSR, if academia can produce, is the people who can raise funds. Funds are available, enough funds are available, but people don't know how to raise funds. So if we can have a process of fundraising, then I think none of your students will have any problem of employability.
In this project management, we can add.
You can add here.
fund mobilizing of this.
Yeah, if you can have a process of how the fund should be mobilized, maybe study how the company is currently doing the CSR, what all they are doing. Map that with the SDGs.
Yes, sir.
See,
We have given that.
you've done that already?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So,
CSR initiatives, SDGs.
right, you have done that already, right. So after understanding that how the company is spending its own funds on different SDGs, are there any gaps, and how to work on those gaps and bring to the notice of the decision makers in the company and draw their attention that this area also can be looked at and the funds can be spent there. So these are some of the things. I think it's very good what you have done. Excellent work done, and I think this can solve a lot of problem of the industry. People are trained on this. I'm sure people will get jobs with this kind of knowledge. These 1 or 2 extra suggestions I have given later you can think of. You need volunteering expert. People don't know. I mean, there are some of the large companies like Intel. They were talking to me yesterday, and they say, I want 500 of my employees to do volunteering. I don't have anybody to teach them volunteering how to do. We have budget. We can spend money on training them, and later they do volunteering and all, but we don't have any expert organization. Some NGO will do it or say that I will do it, but they don't have the expertise. I think expertise can come from the academy, possibly from its mind. Yeah, but excellent job done. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Professor, please go ahead. Yes. You want to use the mic for others? I can hear you.
So our paper name is Integrated Employability Skills and Data Competencies, sir. Especially for, we are targeting for BBA and BCom students. And we do have 3 professional bodies in India. Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Company Secretaries of India, and Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of India. For all these 3 professional bodies, they have 3 levels of exam, where the foundation is the base. They want to clear and go for intermediate. The foundation course, a majority of the syllabus, they are in line with these basic skills. And in the Institute of Chartered Accountancy of India, if a student clearing the foundation course, they give a certificate called Financial Accountant Technician. This is a certificate which they give. If a student is not able to go for inter, he can just get that Financial Accountant Technician certificate, and they can go into entry-level jobs, which is equivalent to a student completing a BBA or BCom from a regular college, getting a job, and this financial technician certificate will also fetch the same job in entry level. Because for them, from 12th itself, they go and write the foundation program. So with that, we thought, since we directly have a connect with industry in various administrative roles, BBA and BCom. So we have divided 5 blocks in which the basic thing is workplace communication, which is most needed. And here we emphasize more on practical aspects. Apart from, see, the first is listening skills, very important, reading comprehension, and drafting business letters, which include reply letters, everything, and preparing a report, meeting minutes, paraphrasing, and business, understanding certain business terminologies while framing the business letters or reports.
Yes.
Coming to block 2 in digital skills, we thought that digital literacy, of course, how to use all these digital platforms, but in that most important digital skill, we also speak about the word processing, which is, MS Word, Excel spreadsheets, PPT visual presentations, and digital documentation and e-forms, like filing up of e-return something, all these, and email etiquette, social media handling, and video conferencing tools. All these things we group under digital skills. In professional skills, we speak about most needed basic managerial skills related to teamwork, problem solving, critical thinking, time management, change management, emotional intelligence, and corporate grooming and appearances in terms of meeting, and this cross-cultural etiquette,
That's very important.
that is very important. Networking skills, which include even with the customer, client, everybody. And we also speak on ethics and integrity, which is also one of the paper on all these 3 professional courses.
Right.
And social responsibility of business.
Very good. Excellent.
Then we come to this business data analysis, where this is also a subject-specific course for us. So in this, basically we speak about, of course, different business to different kind of activities. So they collect the data, and students will be trained with how to do the data processing, cleaning and validation of the data. And we teach here data analysis tools and techniques. There are various tools and techniques, and how to do data presentation, data tagging and reporting, and based on that, data-driven decision making.
Very good.
Finally, in this block, we thought of, we identified certain AI tools. I mean, with all the remaining 4 blocks, how to apply this AI tool to do the work related to the 4 blocks what we have discussed. So accordingly, we thought, for example, for this drafting and all, Grammarly AI will be more suitable. And we have this, for Excel AI Copilot will be suitable. Like that, we have identified the basic AI apps, which should also be trained to the student.
Yes.
So we thought this block 1 to 5, based on this, we prepared the course objective, course outcome. Of course, this should be something reframed also, but it's okay. But this is what our plans were. I mean, our idea, what we have come up with. Since you said you preferred for the generic course, we do have subject-specific skills. Like for example, we have GST, law. Students study GST law, but they doesn't know how to file GST returns, income tax returns. And we have, even for labor law, MBA HR specialization, we have labor law. People study labor law, but there is something called labor returns which they want to file with the labor commissioner, inspector of factories. That kind of thing we can adopt in specialized skill courses.
We are broad on the point, Professor, what you are saying.
It's as of now.
Absolutely. Thinking is completely aligned. This is what I am also talking since yesterday.
Yes, sir. Anything?
Fantastic. Anyone wants to add anything or suggest anything?
And another thing, sir, nowadays we are talking about, those days we talk about entrepreneurship. Now we are talking about startup business. We study entrepreneurship, but people doesn't know how to start a business, what are the regulations available, what are the laws governing. You can start, nowadays you can start even a one-man company. So that kind of also we have included on our subject specific skills. Yes, sir. How to get license, initial registration and all.
For the startup.
For a startup.
Right.
That is program specific. This is generic.
Excellent. Any comments from anyone? If there is nothing, then I have to.
Job roles you were asking. I mean, for entry level BCom BBA student in a lower managerial, many roles can fit into.
I agree. That's why I am not commenting on the today. I can see that someone knowing all this will have no problem with employment. There will be lots of job roles in which this will fit in.
Because multiple roles they can get.
Yes, I agree. So that is why that part I am not commenting. That's completely done very well. On your own point, this is complete. I am not commenting on this.
Yeah.
Since you mentioned about a role, you said some
accounting technician
or whatever. So I've seen some chartered accountants offices where only one person is a qualified chartered accountant, authorized by the association what you mentioned to sign papers. But he typically is only signing of the paper. Everybody else in the office works. And some have 10 people, some have 20 people, some have 50 people. And these guys handle compliances of the companies. The compliance you mentioned about labor compliances. There are others.
Due diligence.
Even income tax. Even state like Karnataka has professional tax. I don't know whether Tamil Nadu has or not. Professional tax for every employee drawing a salary of 25,000 or more should pay 200 rupees to the government every month, and somebody has to do that payment part. Obviously, not employee. Somebody in the employer side has to do it. Employer will not have time for all that, so you need some compliance kind of an officer or an accountant kind of a person to be doing it for you. And you mentioned about GST. So all those things. So those are the guys who are in that CA's office who do that bigger part of the bigger chunk of that one.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I think for them, if you think of later, this is complete. I am not suggesting to be added anything here.
Okay.
But on the compliance part, if you want to have a separate account, it could be a 2 credit or 4 credit or whatever.
Okay.
I think that will further enhance the employability of the people who can get into those compliance kind of areas. Some company has a problem with the GST, somebody has with the professional tax, somebody has with the income tax, somebody has other interaction with the government.
Yes.
And most of this work these days is online. So if these people can be trained well, how to handle those portals, how to enter the data, what kind of problem can come, with actual training, giving them like screenshot and all that. Step by step, if you can do that, I think they become expert on that and they have a huge employment potential.
Definitely.
So this definitely has separately, and that can further add to the more job.
Sure.
Excellent, Professor. Great.
Because we don't have any idea. Based on your session, we are preparing.
You have
it's a good idea. We will get through forward.
You have done it, Professor. So all of us know everything being at this level, otherwise we would not reach here.
But we need
so
a
we need a trigger. Maybe we need a small trigger. So my job is only to give the trigger. Otherwise I know all the knowledge is available here. Yeah? Great.
Thank you.
Yes. Next. Should be a lady. Commonwealth says gender diversity, so that's fine.
Good afternoon, sir, and good afternoon, one and all, who are gathered here. I'm Dr. Indra from Zoology Department, School of Science, sir. Actually, generally in Zoology Department, what we have do is, generally we have doing training for employability options to children, the students is given vermiculture, agriculture, aquaculture and sericulture. That is vermiculture, that is earthworm culture, apiculture, that is honeybee culture, and apiculture, that is sericulture is silkworm culture, and aquaculture is fish culture. But now actually what during tea time we were discussing with the geography sir, what we have to do differently. Normally these are repeatedly they are given the colleges and all. What we have to do differently, like that we were discussing during the tea time. So that I got one idea, that is veterinary practice. That is what are the veterinary practice. First I want to explain about what are the options, like job opportunities for the veterinary opportunities is, what are the career opportunities. They are gone for veterinary physician assistant. That assistant is generally required for doctors, so that I am coming to the practice. Veterinary technician, nowadays the animal health assistant is required. Actually what I feel is, I want to take 2 topics. One is livestock management also, sir. Livestock nowadays, the cattle, cow, pig and all, we have cultured a lot because of consumer and animal purpose. We have maintained that livestock management. Because after that only I have chosen this topic, I have prepared. But what I am telling is, here animal health assistant for veterinary assistant is also required. Then laboratory assistant is also, job option is available. Pet care specialist, livestock farm assistant, wildlife conservation assistant, public health epidemiology assistant, pharmaceutical animal nutrition representative. These are the options that we have completed. We have given the practice to the, that is for the learners or students. So that I have chosen this topic. In this, what are the course objectives? I have collected from the skill development, that course from West Bengal. I have collected the skill development, Institute of Skill Development. Actually, what are the objectives? Here in zoology, we have studied about the animal anatomy and physiology, pathology, pharmacology, and clinical medicine. Then cleanliness awareness, what are the symptoms we have to diagnose, and what are the disease conditions of the especially animals, that is veterinary, that animals and all. Then diagnostic and analytical skills, veterinary case studies and laboratory data, preventive and public health skills, vaccination, biosecurity, then what are the disease control, antimicrobial stewardship, digital and professional skills. These are the veterinary platforms and record keeping systems to document the cases and interpret reports and communicate veterinary information effectively. Ethical and communication competence, that is effective communication skills. This is then employability and entrepreneurship readiness. Actually, these are the course objectives, and here I give the regarding the subject. Even I can't able to prepare the unit wise and all. Generally, I just given the block wise. What are the how we have studied the physiology of animals, then genetics and behavior of domestic animals, then veterinary emergency and critical care, and what are the animal disease, then pharmacology, other than that anatomy and physiology of animals, genetics and behavior, emergency and critical care, and animal disease, veterinary pharmacology. That's also. Actually, I'll make one different topic I want to, because number of in regular institutes also we have given only the theoretical part. Here also I wish to interpret. We have to include the practical aspect of the any two practical classes to know the learners practically. That is likely they have to know. Otherwise, the internship program, otherwise the theoretical part we have given is, even though we have given communication skills and all, they have to practice. Otherwise, the name itself we have given that in syllabus, they won't applicable to that and all. So that my suggestion is to give, we have to incorporate the practical session in that syllabus itself. At least, even though open distance, actually in zoology we have conducted direct practical counseling classes and also examination in our department itself. So that my suggestion is to give practical session at least 2 classes, so that they have. Otherwise, it's not possible to give here. We have to take them to the veterinary hospital itself. So like that, we have to plan. It's quite benefit for the students. Thank you for the organizer for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else who was in the group, or she was alone? I know you had a bigger group, and then within that group you had divided, so perhaps you had only worked alone on this topic. Anybody else from the whole group wants to comment or suggest anything? No? If there is nothing, I would say, madam, your passion about the topic says everything. The way you present it shows how passionate you are about this topic, and obviously you have tremendous knowledge on this. That is why you were able to talk, so fluently also on each everything and explain all this terminology very clearly. I am sure you would have thought about it as to, with these additional learnings or with these additional skills, where these people will get jobs or where they will become more employable. You mentioned something like veterinary physician assistant, something basically. Yeah. So if there is a scope for those kind of jobs.
For dogs and all, they have taken no, sir, for vaccination and all. Like that, we won't aware of the animals. Yes. Like whatever it may be, cow or cattle, even pigs also we have. That is, we have pork is become consumed like that, no? Yes. So that we won't aware of that that thing. But in our subject oriented, a lot of importance to that animals also. So that in our students, they have to give the opportunity in the specific field.
Yes. And good that you have also added the topics on ethics and all that, because these are also very important when you are dealing with, even with the animals, not only with the human being but the animals.
Here somewhat this is the emergency not widely is not
Yes.
So I think we were discussing the detail with geography sir. He has given us somewhat what is the emergency so that
Very good. I have no doubt that in the other universities also, whether they are open or regular universities, the departments like zoology, the departments like geography would be having the similar kind of a problem as to how do we make our youth employable. So with this kind of an innovation and additional skill addition, I am sure they will also have something to learn. Ultimately, someday somebody has to do some work on that or close the department. If not now, maybe a few years down the line when there will be no takers. Why should we feel shy of accepting that if some departments or some programs are not generating any employment, those departments will be closed? There are engineering colleges being closed. We all know that. We see this every day. Every year, I think, in the country, in one state alone, I think 33 engineering colleges were closed. In the country, if you say, possibly the number will be more than 100. So if engineering colleges can be closed, some departments within the universities will definitely be closed if they are not generating employment. And that is why this topic is so very important. And that's why I am so happy that you have gone into these tough departments like zoology and geography and history we were talking yesterday. If there itself we can bring in some employability, I think it's a great win. Not other universities have done it. Maybe some of them can learn from you also. Thank you very much. Yes. Next. How many more presenters?
COL-CEMCA-TNOU.
There was some pre-training questionnaire circulated which was done late. So request you to fill that. This was supposed to have been done yesterday actually. So if, of course we will have the post-training tomorrow. So please fill this up. This is needed by Commonwealth. Please fill that, we will collect it back from you. It won't take much time, I think 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes. It's just a ticking thing. Please finish that and the next presenter can come. You have not received this. Somebody was distributing. You will ask the colleague, let him come. So let him come, he will. I think he was distributing. You will not receive. There is some blank form there? Yeah, please. Thank you, Professor. Don't assess your today's knowledge, assess your yesterday's knowledge. This is supposed to be pre-training. We will have one more tomorrow. It's very basic. We will have one more tomorrow. How many more presenters left? 1, 2, 3. Lady here, right? You are the one. Yeah. And anybody else? Okay. So the last one. Okay, come, madam.
We can also offer these courses online.
Why not, madam? Yeah. In fact, one of the conditions of the COL is to make all these courses ODL friendly. One of their expectations, actually. Yeah, we should. Yeah.
பாடத்திட்டம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா போட்டி தேர்விற்கான அடிப்படை தமிழ், பேசிக் தமிழ் ஃபார் காம்படிட்டிவ் எக்ஸாம். இலக்கு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அனைத்து அரசு போட்டி தேர்வாளர்களுக்கும் உரியது. இதில் உள்ள பாடத்திட்டம் எப்படி அமைக்கப்பட்டது என்றால் டிஎன்பிசியில் முந்தைய ஆண்டு கேட்கப்பட்ட அனைத்து வினாக்கள் அடிப்படையிலும் 6ஆம் வகுப்பு முதல் 12ஆம் வகுப்பு வரை உள்ள தமிழ் பாடங்களையும் கொண்டு அடுத்தது அடிப்படை தமிழ் இலக்கண இலக்கியங்களை கொண்டு இந்த பாடத்திட்டம் வடிவமைக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது. பாடநெறி
செயலியோட நோக்கம் என்னன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, போட்டி தேர்வாளர்களுக்கு தேவைப்படும் அடிப்படை தமிழ் திறன்களை வளர்த்தல், அரசு மற்றும் தனியார் வேலை வாய்ப்புகளுக்கு தேவையான மொழி திறனை மேம்படுத்துதல், தமிழில் வாசிப்பு பிழையின்றி எழுதுதல், எழுத்து புரிதல், மொழிபெயர்ப்பு திறனை உருவாக்குதல். 4வது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, அலுவலகம் மற்றும் நிர்வாக சூழலில் பயன்படும் தமிழை கற்று தருதல். கற்றல் விளைவுகள் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, போட்டித் தேர்வுகளுக்கான தமிழ் மொழி பகுதிகளை திறமையாக சமாளிக்க முடியும், அரசு தேர்வுகளில் வெற்றி பெற தேவையான மொழி திறனை பெறுவர், அலுவலக பணிகளுக்கான தமிழ் சொல் பயன்பாடு மற்றும் எழுத்து திறனை வளர்த்துக் கொள்வர், வேலைவாய்ப்பு சார்ந்த மொழி திறன்களை பெறுவர், தமிழ் இலக்கண விதிகளை எழுத்து சொல் புணர்ச்சி வேறுபாடுகள் தெளிவாக புரிந்து கொண்டு பிழையின்றி தமிழில் எழுதவும் பேசவும் இயலும், போட்டித் தேர்வுகளில் கேட்கப்படும் வேர்ச்சொல் பிரித்தறிதல் போன்ற இலக்கண கேள்விகளுக்கு சரியாக விடையளிக்கும் திறனை மேம்பட்டிருக்கும். 5 தொகுதிகளாக பிரிக்கப்பட்டு 15 பிரிவுகள் உள்ள இருக்கு. முதல் தொகுதி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, தமிழ் இலக்கணத்தின் அடிப்படைகள் மற்றும் பயன்பாடுகள் என்ன அப்படின்றது. தமிழ் இலக்கணம்னா எதுன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, நன்னூல், தொல்காப்பியம், இது 2 தான் முதன்மையானது. அதன் அடிப்படையில் எழுத்து, சொல், பொருள், யாப்பு, அணி, இதனுடைய அறிமுகம், அதனுடைய வரையறை, விளக்கம் எல்லாத்துல இருக்கும். அடுத்த பிரிவு 2ல திணை, பால், எண், இடம், கால பாகுபாடுகள். திணை உயர்திணை, அக்ரிணை, முப்பால், எண், இடம், காலம், இதை பத்தின பாகுபாடுகள் எல்லாம் 2வது பிரிவுல கொடுக்கப்படும். பிரிவு 3ல பிரிவு 1, 2 படித்ததனுடைய வெளிப்பாடாக பிழை நீக்கி எழுதுதல், சந்திப்பிழை, ஒருமை பன்மை பிழைகள், மரபு பிழைகளை நீக்கி எழுதுதல், வேர்ச்சொல் அறிதல், பிரித்து சேர்த்து எழுதுதல், எதிர்ச்சொல் அறிதல், சொற்களை ஒழுங்குபடுத்துதல், ஆங்கில சொற்களுக்கு நேரான தமிழ் சொற்கள், கலை சொற்கள், டெக்னிக்கல் டேர்ம் சொல்லுவாங்க, அது எல்லாத்தையும் அறிந்து கொள்ள முடியும். அடுத்த தொகுதி 2ல சங்ககாலம் முதல் நவீன காலம் வரையிலான இலக்கியம். இதுல சங்ககாலம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, சங்ககாலம், சிற்றிலக்கியம் காலம், பக்தி இலக்கிய காலம், காப்பிய காலம், நவீன இலக்கியம் காலம் வரும். இதுல அரை இலக்கியத்தை மட்டும் எடுத்து அடுத்த ஒரு தொகுதியில கொடுத்துருக்கேன். ஏன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, பெரும்பாலான போட்டித் தேர்வுகள்ல திருக்குறள் சார்ந்து அதிகமாக கேட்கப்பட்டிருக்கு வினாக்கள். அப்போ அதை ஒரு தனி பிரிவாக தொகுதியாக வைத்தா இன்னும் எளிமையா இருக்குன்றதுக்காக அடுத்த தொகுதியில் அதை வச்சிருக்கேன். பிரிவு 4 சங்க இலக்கியம் பத்தின குறிப்புகள், முக்கிய வரிகள், ஆசிரியர்கள் இவர்களை பத்தியும், பிரிவு 5ல காப்பியங்கள், 50 காப்பியம், 5 காப்பியங்களை பத்தியும், பக்தி இலக்கியங்கள், சைவம், வைணவம், சமயம், பௌத்தம், இந்த மாதிரியான சமயங்கள் சார்ந்த வினாக்களும் வரையறைகளும் கொடுத்திருக்கு. கடைசி பிரிவு 6ல நவீன இலக்கியம், இக்காலத்தில் உள்ள நாவல், சிறுகதை, புதினம், கவிதைகள், புது கவிதைகள் பற்றின விளக்கங்கள் டிஎன்பிசியில கேட்கப்பட்ட வினாக்களுக்கும் பாடத்திட்டத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த பகுதிகளுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி பிரிக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும். தொகுதி 3ல அரை இலக்கியம் மற்றும் திருக்குறள். திருக்குறளை பற்றின அறிமுகம், திருவள்ளுவர் பற்றின குறிப்புகள், அதிகாரத்தினுடைய அமைப்பு முறை, எந்த அதிகாரத்திற்கு அப்புறம் எந்த அதிகாரம் வைக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது, ஏன் வைக்கப்பட்டது, பரிமேல் அழகருடைய முறை, இது எல்லாமே இதுல இருக்கும். அடுத்த டிஎன்பிசி பிரிவு 8ல அதிகமாக டிஎன்பிசியில காம்படிட்டிவ் எக்ஸாம்ல திருக்குறள் சார்ந்து எந்த அதிகாரங்கள் அதிகமாக கேட்கப்பட்டதோ அதை எல்லாமே இந்த பாடத்துல இருக்கு. அடுத்து பிரிவு 9ல பிற அறநூல்கள், நாலடியார், பழமொழி, நானூறு, மூதுரை, சிறுவஞ்ச மூலம், இந்த மாதிரியான அற இலக்கியங்களை பத்தின குறிப்புகள் எல்லாம் இதுல இருக்கும். 4வது பாத்தீங்கன்னா, தமிழகத்தின் வரலாறு, பண்பாடு மற்றும் அறிஞர்கள். தமிழறிஞர்கள் பூவேசாலேருந்து ஆறுமுக நாவலர், மறைமலை அடிகளார், பாரதியார், பாரதிதாசன், இந்த மாதிரியான தமிழ் அறிஞர்களுடைய பிறப்பிலிருந்து இறப்பு வரை அவங்களுடைய படைப்புகள் எல்லாமே இதில் கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும். அடுத்து பிரிவு 11ல பண்பாடு, தமிழக கலைகள், திருவிழாக்கள், நாடகக்கலை, கூத்துக்கலைகள், நாகரிகம், இது எல்லாமே இதில் கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கும். அடுத்து பிரிவு 12ல சுதந்திர போராட்டம், தமிழக தலைவர்களின் பங்கு, பாளையக்காரர்களுடைய பங்குகள் என்னென்ன, வஉசி, வேலுநாச்சியார், இந்த மாதிரி ஆண் பெண் விடுதலை வீரர்களை பற்றின குறிப்புகள் எல்லாம் கொடுத்துருக்கோம். தொகுதி 5ல மொழித்திறன் மற்றும் ஆளுமை வளர்ச்சி, மேற்கண்ட 4 தொகுதிகளும் படித்தா இந்த தொகுதி கொஞ்சம் உங்களுக்காக அது படிக்கிறவங்களுக்கு நல்ல ஒரு எடுத்துக்காட்டாக இருக்கும். பிரிவு 13ல் பொருள் உணர்திறன் சுருக்கி வரைதல், பிரிவு 14ல் மொழிபெயர்ப்பு திறன் டிரான்ஸ்லேஷன் பண்ணக்கூடிய திறன் வரும். பிரிவு 15ல் அலுவலக கடிதம் எழுதுதல் மற்றும் பயன்பாட்டு தமிழ். ஏன்னா ரொம்ப முக்கியமானது, அதனால கொண்டது ஃபைனலாக கொண்டாந்து இதை வச்சிருக்கோம். அவ்வளோ, நன்றி.
Help in summarizing in English so that I can also understand. Very briefly, you can summarize in 2 sentences.
This course is especially for those who are trying for competitive examinations in Tamil Nadu, for the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commissions.
Right.
So, the units for so, Tamil grammar, the first block is about Tamil grammar.
It's mandatory for?
This is mandatory. At present, they have given the Tamil Nadu government, they given on surplus, GO. Those who are writing or those who are appearing for the government service, the high level or low level, they have to pass the screening test for the Tamil.
தமிழ் படித்தா என்ன வேலை இருக்குன்னு கேட்டாங்க. தமிழர்களுக்கு தமிழ்நாட்டில் மட்டும்தான் வேலை, பிற மொழி ஏதாவது கற்றுக்கிட்டா வெளிநாட்டில் போய் நம்ம வேலை பார்க்கலாம். அப்போ தமிழ்நாட்டில் என்ன வேலைன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, தமிழுக்கு முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுத்துருக்கிறது. எல்லா காம்படிட்டிவ் எக்ஸாம்லையும் தமிழ் வந்து ஒரு கம்பல்சரி.
அவர்கள் தமிழ் புரியல, அதனால காம்பினேஷன் சொல்லிட்டு. So the GO passed by the Tamil Nadu government. Those who want to complete the competitive exam, the screening test is must. This is compulsory for entry of government service. So for that aspect, several children, they are in the school level. After 8th and 10th standard, they are switch over to the French and other languages. So here the basic eligibility up to +2 level Tamil they have to complete, pass. So unfortunately the CBSE and other state board and the central government and the schemes, the school children, they switch over to French and other languages, they take it. So the screening test, this is must for them. Okay? So that course is very essential to them for passing that screening test.
Very good. So my question is that, and please correct me because I have perhaps not understood that fully, that's why. Are we saying that this will be a course in MA level of the Tamil? That's what you are saying? Or BA level or?
BA level also can be this. The basic Tamil literature, Tamil grammar are all included in this thing. At BA level, we can give this course.
Yes, we will take that. I have one fundamental question. I have one fundamental question.
Basic Tamil for competitive exam, how can we for
so BSc level we are
at UG level?
UG level, then +2 level.
Yes, so that's what I was coming to based on my understanding. I don't think I have understood fully, but whatever I have understood based on that I am saying. One is, our question is...
Those who are completed up to +2 level, they can study this course.
Yeah, my understanding was also that. One is, how do we make students competent to take competitive examination through this program? This can be a short program like a certificate or a diploma or whatever level we want to call it as.
So they are getting started because they are not learned by the school level, they are not really learn the Tamil languages. So the TLACMA is there for screening test of the...
Understood, ma'am, understood. And that is why this is a good solution.
Yes, sir.
But this course may not make MA Tamil level students employable. Because for them to go for a job, not that everybody will go through the competitive test and everybody will go for a government job or something, right? You can still have it there to the MA program also if you want, but will it really enhance the employability of the MA Tamil student? and all other students learning this and becoming more competent to qualify in the competitive exam, yes, fully understood. They will add value. But for MA Tamil or BA Tamil, will it really make them employable? Is it? You can tell, because I do not know that fully. If you say yes, it will help, fine. If you say something more needs to be done, maybe you can give suggestions.
Value-added courses, UGC program, value-added courses is there.
I'm not a great fan of those terminologies. Value-added, optional, so many. I know, madam. I know UGC. I've been on these committees also, but I'm not a great fan of those things. I mean, they force certain things to say value-added, this and all. But why don't we talk about core employability? Value can be added later, isn't it? Core we forget, and then we say, okay, value-added or something else. Let's correct the core thing, core problem.
We talk about the NAC point of view, sir.
We have Tamil Nadu, sir, there is special privilege for whoever appearing Tamil language during TNPSC selection. So people will always opt for Tamil language. We have a specific
I understand. I think this is a solution, no doubt about it. But what I'm not very clear is that will this make MA Tamil students more employable? I'm talking of that master level program. That is the question. Others it will definitely add. If you offer this as a certificate course, diploma course to all the other students, it will definitely help them because they can compete better. But master level Tamil student, those who are studying, will it make them employable someday? If you are saying if we are saying that in MA Tamil also they study this and they appear in the same examination.
lexicography பண்ணலாம், translate பண்ணலாம், இல்ல அயலக தமிழ் இலக்கியங்களை translate பண்ணலாம், செப்பரேட்டா ஒரு துறை வச்சு அதுக்குள்ள போகலாம். ஆனா ரிசர்ச் மட்டும் தான் இதுக்கு ஒரே
small market for the PhD.
No sir, people who learn Tamil also get into journalism.
After through this program, MA Tamil will make them or they have to do journalism?
தமிழை மட்டும் தான் வளர்க்க முடியும். தமிழ் படிச்சாங்க. அது என்ன
for Tamil language, they acquire skills, some certificate program or something they do, they get employed in newspaper.
So if you are convinced that this is the right course to be added in MA Tamil, I have no comments because my knowledge is very little about this. That's why I am depending on you. If you are saying it is good solution, please go ahead.
Once the government announced that there is a relaxation for people who are appearing in TNPSC, even English learn Tamil language. Tamil language நிறைய open education resources you can translate Tamil language. தமிழ்ல கொடுக்கலாம். தமிழ்ல வளர்க்கலாம். That time they got the enrollment more than 1,600.
But is it only for one specific certificate or a diploma course for this, or it is for MA Tamil also? And then at a master level Tamil program you are doing. Like, do you really need to do a master degree for that, or bachelor, or 10+2? So think about it because I don't have any final comments because my own knowledge about it is very limited. So you please decide whatever is the right thing. Yeah, maybe for UG. So please think later how to make your PG students employable. There will be some scope actually. Whether you can use AI, you can use some other technologies using Tamil as a language. How do we improve their employment? Maybe that part.
Out of 190 students who choose teaching also.
Out of 100?
90 students choose teaching also after completing MA.
அது ஒரே வார்த்தை சொன்னா மொழியை வளர்க்கலாம். அவ்வளவுதான். வேற ஒண்ணுமே பண்ண
at school level and
I know, but teaching should be
applicable by language only. not only the languages available, sir. It's not for the other courses. So we couldn't fit in the language expertise in some other
I understand your point. It's not such a straightforward case. That is why we are discussing.
In all languages, not only the Tamil, not only Telugu, then everything, all languages.
I think it will be there in all the regional languages. This question will be there.
Is like that.
Yeah, I have to ask. When I do a workshop in Rajasthan or Haryana, I have to ask the same question about MA Hindi also. It is the same question valid there. So it's not a very different. But coming to what the gentleman was saying, that 95% of the people go into teaching.
Because we have almost 200 plus government offices and colleges in Tamil Nadu. So all the course departments, all the institutions have Tamil on the data. Even in political science,
Teaching should be left to those who are passionate about teaching, and not that those who do not.
We are saying that it is not fascinating, but for fundamental education, the teaching is very most important. After completing that only, they will fit into their job level. So for basic, all the states, they have to complete the UG level, PG level, whether it may be technical or arts and science or very professional course, they have to complete the UG level. Up to UG level, this Tamil language is one of the course.
So if you are saying that.
So they have to teach.
If you are saying that there are enough jobs available for UG students who do their UG in Tamil language, there are enough jobs available in teaching, in school, etc., then fine. If there are no employability issues there, then perfectly fine. If that is the case, then whatever you say, I have no further comments. My only worry is that if they are not getting jobs, if they are not still unemployed, how can we?
This is a challenge. CBSE syllabus and central board syllabus, those who are studying in the Tamil language, for them, the teaching of Tamil is challenge to them. So for challenging, this is very helpful to them.
Okay. All right. So any final comments for her? Nothing? Thank you very much. So I think, yes, we break for tea and come back in 10 minutes? 15? After 15 minutes we come back. Okay? So it's 4 o'clock. 4:15 we join, and like yesterday we will not delay it after 5. So we close at 5 today.
ரிலாக்ஸ் தண்ணி போகணும் தண்ணி பாண்டி முதல்ல சொல்லி கொண்டிருக்கான் அப்படின்னு குடிச்சிட்டு சரியான ஒன்று ஓகே ஓகேயா சரி பேசு அப்படின்னு அப்புறம் யோகா சொல்லி கொடுத்தாரு இந்தந்த யோகாலாம் பண்ணு போகிற நேரத்தில் பெரிய பிரச்சனை தானப்பா நீங்களே சொல்லுவாங்க வெளியிருந்து வரவே நிறைய சொல்லுவாங்க நான் ரெப்பிட்டேஷனே விட்டாங்க ஐசி நீ ஏதோ ஒரு தப்பு பண்ணிட்டேன் அப்போ என்ன கேட்கணும் சாரி சார் பண்ணல பண்ண மனசு அது எப்படி ஜூசி அந்த பிரதேசம் நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும் அந்த டெக்டர் மைனஸ் பாயிண்ட் எல்லாம் தெரியும் அதுக்கு கொடுத்தப்ப ஃபஸ்ட்டு அதெல்லாம் கொடுத்தாங்க நம்ம யாரும் கேட்கவே இல்லை நீ பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லிட்டு சரி பண்ண போக முடியல எப்போ போல ரன் பண்ணிட்டு வந்தால் பிரச்சனை இல்லைன்னு நீ என்ன போக பண்ணிட்டு எல்லா பாயிண்ட்டும் எழுதி கொடுத்துருச்சு விஜிலன்ஸ் கேஸ் இருக்குது சிபிசிஐடி கேஸ் இருக்குது அவளுக்கு இதுதான் எனக்கு எங்கே இருக்குது ஆடிட்டிங் இருக்குது இதெல்லாம் கல்லூரி போகணும் கிளியர் என்ன உனக்கு போட்டிருக்கிறது என்ன இந்த மாதிரி ஐசி போஸ்ட்டு நான் தான் சீனியர் எனக்கு தான் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்னு ஒரு டைம் அதோட படிப்படியே தானே இவங்க எதையும் வச்சுக்கணும் பார்த்தோன்னா இருக்குதான் நீ இந்த மாதிரி கேட்டுட்டு உள்ளே வச்சுச்சு மொழியும் அவங்களே வச்சு இது இங்கே கேட்டாங்க அது இங்கே கேட்டாங்க அது இங்கே போனாங்க வழக்க போனாங்க தெக்க போனாங்க கேட்டு அதையும் இழுத்து தண்டவம் போயிடுச்சு நம்ம ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது இதெல்லாம் போயிட்டு பேசிக்கிட்டு 3 நாள் கேஸ் நடக்குது நான் அதை பார்க்கவே போனேன் எனக்கு கொடுத்தாங்க ரிலீவிங் ஆஃபர் கொடுத்தாங்க நான் ரிலீவ் ஆகிட்டேன் ஐசி போஸ்ட் கொடுத்தாங்க நம்ம தாயை ரிலீவ் ஆகுது அப்படின்னாங்க நான் ரிலீவ் ஆகிட்டேன் திரும்ப ஆர்டர் கொடுத்து பண்ணுமான்னா பண்ணுவேன் அவ்வளோதான் அவ்வளோதானே நமக்கு ரெஜிஸ்டர் ஒரு ஆர்டர் கொடுத்து இந்த பண்ணுவேன் தான் பண்ண போகிறோம் அம்மா தாயை நீ பண்ணாத இது அப்பவங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப உட்காந்து வேறு வேலையை பண்ணிட்டு வேறு வேலையை செய்ய போகிறோம் டிவிலாம் ஏதாச்சும் ஓடாது
நான் ஒரு 10 நாள் ஓதெல்லாம் வந்து நான் இங்கே வெளியே போயிட்டு மட்டும்தான் வரல. ஓகே 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 சரி ஆமாம் அதெல்லாம் தேங்க்யூ ட்ரை பண்ணுறேன். நீங்கள் லாஸ்ட் மொமெண்ட்டில் சொல்லியிருக்கிறீங்க. பரவாயில்ல பரவாயில்ல. நான் டக்குன்னு வந்துடுவேன். சென்னை பார்த்தீங்களா ட்ரை பண்ணுறேன். வேலைக்கு வாங்க பார்க்குறேன். லெட்டர் அனுப்புங்க. கொண்டு விடுங்க கொண்டு விடுங்க. அப்படின்னு ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே தேங்க்யூ தேங்க்ஸ். பாக்கி நல்லா ஃபேமிலி அதனால் நீங்கள் பாடம் போட்டு பைக்கு போட்டு திட்டுவாங்க. சரி 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 தேங்க்யூ ட்ரை பண்ணுறேன் இன்விடேஷன் அனுப்புகிறேன்
Police administration, international relations, legal,